Once upon a time, way up north where the ice sparkles like diamonds, lived a very special animal. His name was Wally the Walrus. Wally was a big, big animal. He was so much bigger than a dog, even bigger than a car. Wally had a big, round body covered in rough, wrinkly skin. His skin was a brownish-orange color, like a yummy pumpkin. Sometimes, when he was super cold, his skin turned a little bit lighter, almost pink. Wally had 4 flippers. 1, 2, 3, 4. These flippers helped him move. He didn't have legs like a puppy or a kitten. He had big, strong flippers. And guess what was the most famous thing about Wally? He had 2 super long, super strong tusks. These tusks were like big white teeth sticking out from his mouth. They were made of ivory. Wally used his tusks for many things, like digging for food or helping him pull himself out of the water onto the ice. He also used them to show off to his walrus friends. Wally had 2 little eyes, 1, 2, on his big face. He had 2 tiny ears, 1, 2, that were hard to see because they were flat against his head. And he had a big, wide nose that looked a bit like a snout. But the funniest thing about Wally's face was his whiskers. He had hundreds of thick, bristly whiskers, like a friendly old grandpa. These whiskers helped him feel around in the dark, icy water. Wally lived in a very cold place called the Arctic Ocean. It's a huge ocean way, way up north, full of ice and icy water. He loved to swim in the cold, cold water and then rest on the big, flat pieces of ice called ice floes. The Arctic Ocean was his home. What did Wally eat? He loved to eat yummy things that lived on the bottom of the ocean. He loved clams and mussels, like tiny seashells with yummy food inside. He would dive deep down and use his strong snouts and sensitive whiskers to find them. He'd suck them right out of their shells. Slurp, slurp. He was a very good eater. How did Wally move? On land, he would waddle and shuffle with his flippers. He was a bit slow and clumsy on the ice, but very strong. But in the water, oh my, Wally was a super swimmer. He would glide through the water with his powerful flippers. He could dive deep, deep down and hold his breath for a long time. He was like a torpedo in the water. What sound did Wally make? He didn't bark like a dog or meow like a cat. Wally made a big, loud roar. It was a very deep, rumbling sound. Sometimes he would bellow like a bull. And sometimes he would make a funny clicking sound with his teeth. It was like he was talking to his walrus friends. Roar! Click, click! Here are some fun facts about Wally and his walrus family. Did you know walruses like to live in big groups? Sometimes hundreds of them gather together on the ice. It's called a huddle. They like to snuggle up close to stay warm. And did you know walruses can actually sleep in the water? They can float and take a nap. How cool is that? Wally was a gentle giant, a very special animal in the icy blue world, and he was very happy living in his cold ocean home.